The rain hadn't stopped for hours. It drummed softly against the glass walls of the Pearl Regency Hotel, turning the city lights of Shanghai into streaks of color that danced on every surface. Gold, blue, and crimson melting into each other like a living painting. The marble floors gleamed, the scent of expensive perfume hung in the air, and laughter from the grand ballroom echoed faintly through the halls. But outside, near the staff entrance, a young woman stood quietly beneath a flickering streetlight. Her name was Lin Mei, a 29-year-old translator who had spent most of her adult life being invisible, the kind of person people passed by without ever truly seeing. She worked long hours translating documents and conversations for an international security firm contracted to the hotel. She was tired, cold, and ready to go home. Then she heard it, a whisper that would change her life forever. Before we continue this emotional, true-to-life story of courage and fate, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Soul Spark, where every story touches your heart and lights up your soul. Two men in black suits stood a few feet away, speaking in low voices. They were part of the hotel's private security team, or so they appeared. Lin Mei wasn't supposed to listen, but when you spend your life translating words, you learn to hear tone first. Their tone wasn't professional, it was secretive, cold, dangerous. She moved a little closer, pretending to check her phone, her heart racing as the rain splashed softly around her shoes. And then she heard it clearly, Mandarin words casual yet chilling. "I won't leave alive tonight." She froze. The second man lit a cigarette and replied, "The order's already given. It's in the car." Those words hit her like lightning. It's in the car. A setup. A trap. And then came the name, a name everyone in Shanghai knew. Monsieur Carter. Benjamin Carter. The American billionaire investor, famous for his real estate empire and his kindness toward his employees. A man who donated millions to charities and smiled like someone who had earned everything through hard work. He was staying in the hotel that night, attending a high-profile charity gala before flying to Hong Kong the next morning. Lin Mei's throat tightened. She looked around, but no one else seemed to have heard. The guards were calm, confident. This wasn't gossip, it was an operation. Someone had ordered Benjamin Carter's death, and the car waiting for him outside was rigged to make it happen. Her mind spun in panic. Should she call the police? Tell the hotel manager? But who would believe her? A translator overhearing two security guards. If she accused the wrong people, she could lose her job or worse. But then she remembered something her father once told her before he died. If you hear the truth and you stay silent, you become part of the lie. And with that, Lin Mei made her choice. Inside the grand ballroom, the gala was ending. Guests in glittering gowns and crisp tuxedos were saying their goodbyes, laughter floating through the air. The golden chandelier cast a soft, dreamlike glow over everything. Benjamin Carter stood near the exit, shaking hands with a government official, smiling politely, looking every bit the picture of calm success. Lin Mei pushed her way through the crowd, her heart pounding. She didn't belong there. Her clothes were plain, her hair slightly damp from the rain, and her hands were trembling. Yet something stronger than fear kept her moving. When she finally reached him, his assistant immediately stepped in front of her. "Excuse me, miss, this is a private. I need to speak to Mr. Carter," Lin Mei blurted. "It's urgent, please, it's about his car." Benjamin turned, curiosity flickering in his eyes. "It's all right," he said gently. "Let her speak." Lin Mei's voice shook, but she forced the words out. "Sir, I overheard two of your guards talking outside. They said something terrible. They said you wouldn't leave alive tonight. They mentioned something was put in your car. Please, don't get in it." The assistant's face went pale. Benjamin frowned. "What exactly did you hear?" She repeated every word, translating perfectly. The moment she finished, Benjamin exchanged a look with his assistant, one filled with sharp, unspoken fear. "Check the car," he said quietly. 15 minutes later, chaos filled the underground parking area. Police were called. Bomb squad officers moved in, and beneath the back seat of Benjamin Carter's black Mercedes, they found it. A small explosive device, wired to the ignition. It would have detonated the moment the engine started. Lin Mei stood frozen as flashing lights painted the concrete walls red and blue. She'd never seen so many police officers, so much confusion. Her body trembled as the reality sank in. She had saved a man's life. Benjamin approached her amid the commotion, his suit jacket soaked from the rain that still poured outside. "You saved me," he said softly. "How did you know?" "I didn't," she admitted. "I just couldn't stay quiet." He looked at her with something beyond gratitude, a deep respect. "The world needs more people like you." In the days that followed, Lin Mei's name appeared in police reports and local news articles, though she never sought attention. The investigation revealed a dark truth. The attack had been planned by Benjamin's rivals, people who wanted to destroy his company and reputation. 2 of his trusted guards were involved, men he had personally hired. But amid all the chaos, he didn't forget her. 2 weeks later, Benjamin invited Lin Mei to his office, high above the city's skyline. She arrived nervously, unsure why she'd been called. The walls were lined with glass, the Huangpu River shimmering far below. Benjamin stood by the window, hands in his pockets. "You changed my life," he said. "And I don't just mean saving it. You reminded me that trust isn't about contracts or money. It's about people." Lin Mei smiled faintly. "I just did what anyone should do." "No," he said, turning to face her. "You did what few would dare." Then, to her surprise, he offered her a position in his foundation, a global charity focused on education for girls in rural communities. "You have a voice that deserves to be heard," he said. "Let's make sure it helps others too." The tears welled in her eyes. That night, in the middle of the glittering city that once made her feel small, Lin Mei realized something extraordinary. The world doesn't change when the powerful act. It changes when ordinary people choose to do what's right. If this story moved you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Soul Spark for more emotional, inspiring stories that remind us courage can come from the most unexpected hearts. Years later, Lin Mei often looked back on that rainy night. The neon reflections, the whispers, the fear, all of it replayed in her memory like a scene from a movie she could never forget. She would think about how close Benjamin Carter had come to death, and how fate had chosen her, a quiet translator, to change the outcome. But what she remembered most was the lesson it taught her. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the choice to act despite it. Sometimes the universe doesn't scream warnings. It whispers them. And only those who truly listen can rewrite destiny. That night, Lin Mei did more than save a millionaire's life. She proved that even the softest voice, spoken at the right moment, can stop the darkness in its tracks. And somewhere beyond the city lights, under the endless rain, fate smiled, because one woman had the courage to listen.